Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shuffle Podcast. I'm doing the intro today because Joe is mute, and but I'm Dave. He's Joe, and this episode 143. I don't know if I said that. Yeah, but Joe's not mute, and he just wanted me to do the podcast.
Yeah, it was a job well done, Dave. I have to say, I'm very impressed.
Yes.
Not mute.
Better than fresh grilled and
fresh taste.
Was that? Is that what it's called? No, I wasn't. But I said something. Completely different because I mixed two words together when I did it.
Yeah. That was back when it was the Cookery Shuffle podcast.
Yeah.
And you were like, cook, grill, taste.
Stupid.
Fresh Guild is what you said.
Oh yeah, fresh guild and fresh taste. That's what fresh guild.
Dave, you've been on dates before, right? You've taken a lady out to a location.
Do you mean like I took a lady out on a date, or I took my girlfriend out on a date? Because I never took a girl out on a date
before they were your girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so but you've taken your girlfriends out on dates.
Yeah.
Do you pay?
Of course.
Every time you've paid?
There's probably been a few that I didn't. I'm not trying to sound like a douchebag, but I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah.
Like not that's saying that I'm a douchebag, but like,
because you're not trying to be like I paid every time.
Yeah. Like fucking asshole, fucking bitch. Why don't you pay what next time?
No, I'm just wondering because like now, like, listen, I'm gonna sound like a cheap bastard here for a second, but we're living in 2022, more than halfway through it, I might add, and girls are doing whatever the fuck they want nowadays. By all means, all the power to you, ladies.
Joe's about to get canceled.
Yeah. But like, girls are proposing to guys now. Shit's, but
Strange
women
concept.
Yeah, it's whatever, I don't know how I would feel personally if Shannon proposed to me. She asked me recently, she goes, what if I proposed, like, how would you feel? I think she said, well, how would you feel about a girl proposing to you? And I was like, like, fine, I guess. But like, if she proposed to me like today, I would be like, first of all, no. Second of all, I don't know how I feel about this. I wouldn't say no because it's her. I'd say no because I'm not ready for marriage. But in the moment when she first asked me, I was like, I think I'd be okay with it. It's like less work on my part and I'm lazy.
Yeah.
So that's a benefit. But the reason I'm bringing that up, right, is because if women feel comfortable enough to propose, why am I still paying for dinner?
I think, first of all, once it gets to, like, obviously, I would say, let's say the first, this is just me, like, spitballing it. After a while, it becomes like, it's just like a back and forth, or I'll pay for this, or blah, blah, blah.
That's what Shannon and I do. We kind of bounce back and forth. She pays, I pay, or we both go out and so like the other day we went on a date and I bought brunch, and then we went to a brewery and she bought the drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to dinner at another brewery and we paid half and half. We just split the bill evenly. And so like, I think that was a nice, even, and like, we don't do that all the time, but like, that was what we did that day. Cause we're both a little broke right now.
Yeah. And you just went out 3 times in one day.
I mean, we didn't spend a lot of money. Like no place was any more than, I think the most expensive was dinner. And that was only $40. Dinner and drinks, because we went during happy hour. So they had half priced everything.
Half priced everything. It's definitely one, it's just, I would say the norm, and what I would do to begin with is I would be paying, like if I was like, hey girl, Do you want to go out, grab a bite to eat? I'm of course paying.
Now you're talking about like first date, no girlfriend, or girlfriend date, and you're like, hey babe, do you want to go out on you want to go out for dinner and then you pay, or are you saying like, would you like to go on a date with me and then you pay?
Would you want to go out with me? Go grab a bite to eat. I'm paying.
Yeah.
To a new girl. To a girlfriend, I'm still probably just whipping out my card.
Nice.
Because I don't know. It's just like
Dave's a gentleman.
I don't feel like, well, one, I just don't feel like are you paying? Or, like, I don't feel like bringing up the
Shannon
question.
and I will like discuss it prior to going out. We'll be like, who's paying? Like, how are we paying tonight? Like last or 2 nights ago, whenever it was, we went out to Kitty O'Shea's, that Buffalo bar.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, like, I'll put the drinks on my tab. If you're ordering food, you're ordering food. Like, that's on you.
Right.
I still spent $75 at the bar, but I was with tip though. And my food.
Jesus.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So like, we'll discuss it usually in advance, but I'm just wondering, like,
It's all different. I know. I remember the first time my first girlfriend.
Yeah.
We went out with Tyler and Katie.
Mm-hmm.
And we got I want to say froyo. We got some classic
Love
froyo
some good froyo, yeah.
When it was banging.
Yeah.
At Hoopla.
Hoopla.
Maybe, or just frozen. I don't know. But Katie goes, we all like Tyler drove him, sure. And Katie goes, so are you paying? Because Kara, there you go.
Well, neat little name drop there.
Because she just wasn't sure. And I go, yeah, of course. So like it was the first date.
That's fair. I like when we go out, I often am just like, I'm not gonna let Shannon put her card down in front of the waiter or waitress, because then I look like the fucking freeloading douchebag in the relationship, which is not okay. That's the point, right? Like, we're living in 2022. If the woman wants to pay, the woman can pay. And I shouldn't feel like a freeloading douchebag, and the waiter shouldn't think of me as a freeloading douchebag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they could think what they want, but they just can't say anything.
Right.
But they could
But
also say
they shouldn't think of me that way.
They could also say something too. And you'd like, suck my ass. It's none of your business.
It's true. Yeah. She's the breadwinner.
You a fucking waiter? Why don't you get a job? Okay.
That brings me to my next point. Would you work at a restaurant if they only paid you in food?
I would, as like a side thing.
Like a side gig?
Like if 100%. If they were like, when you work, like if I work.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. Hello.
Oh, you're doing the podcast. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Mom.
Didn't realize that. Never mind. Go to grandma's.
Okay.
Right. So you would work as like a side gig at a restaurant if they were like, hey, every shift you don't get money, but you get a meal.
One meal? Well, I guess
you can eat the entire time you're there.
Oh, okay. Because one, I'd be like let's just say I did like the night, like the ending closing shift or whatever.
Right. Not as many people.
So and depending on what it is, assuming it's a type of bar grill type.
Well, let's go down the list, right? Would you work at McDonald's if they said you get free McDonald's every time you work here?
No.
Okay.
Because that's too much McDonald's.
That's fair. What about right, like a bar and grill?
Yeah, like I'm just saying, like a regular bar restaurant, like even like if you're just saying like Potter's or whatever, or like even Kitty O'Shea's.
Yeah.
Because there it's like, okay, one, the kitchen usually closes at like 10.
Yeah.
Like at a regular, it's usually like 10, 11, whatever. So it's like, if I just work, like, I don't know, and let's say it's open till 2. Say I work 6 hours. So I started like 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So then I'm eating dinner. Right. I wait. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to have dinner at my place of employment.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably, just before I go, I'll like pack something. Like they're just like, oh, you can have food while you're here. It's like, then I would just like make something and fucking put it in a to-go box. And then I'll have like lunch for the next day.
That's pretty good.
So it's like,
What
I'm trying
about-
to double up on meals here.
What about a fancy restaurant? Like a nice steakhouse. Would you work there?
Yeah, that's even better.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out like, you know, like what, at
Because
what
that means
point
it's
are you
better.
going to require money instead of food? And I think anything better than McDonald's, you'll just take the food.
Yeah, like if McDonald's would be like, all right, I'll take your food, but give me like $2 an hour too. You know,
Yeah.
something.
A little bit of cash.
Yeah. Fancy restaurant for sure. Like that's some good stuff.
Yeah.
But I am not waiting on people.
That's the point.
No,
So
I'd
you
be
wouldn't
work-
work anywhere for
I'd be
free
working.
food.
I'd be working in the kitchen. I would learn how to work in the kitchen, so I wouldn't have to.
So you would
Feel the
never
customs.
be a server for free food.
No, because I wouldn't. No, I'm not dealing with the public.
Hmm.
And I would be like, oh wow, cheap bastard, woman's paying for the fucking.
Freeloading son of a bitch over here.
No, I would.
Interesting.
yeah,
I feel like now listen, I'm a big free food guy. I could be convinced to work almost. This is going to be a stretch, but I'm willing to say it anyways for the sake of entertainment. I'd be willing to work almost anywhere for free food.
You mean anywhere, like Walmart?
If Walmart was giving me like a nice meal,
See, once again,
or if I could just like snack on whatever's on the shelves for free. Yeah.
if Walmart said for every week, or like every week, you can take home $75 worth of stuff.
Like I could take home $75 worth of anything or groceries. Follow-up question: does that $75 roll over if I don't use it 1 week? Because you bet your ass I'm letting that shit roll over for a couple months and buying myself a nice PlayStation.
No,
Okay.
and I wouldn't say no. You cannot buy entertainment with it.
Okay.
It's essentials.
It's essential. So food, beverages,
I'd say food, beverages, like toiletries.
toiletries. Well, we won't even count clothes.
No,
Okay. That's all I get though is $75 a week.
I don't know. I was trying to figure out like a good like price, like what they would actually like because nobody. I don't know. I doubt
Well, let's say
anybody
you
does
make
this.
$15 an hour, right? You work 40 hours. Let's say you were doing it as a side gig. So let's say you're part-time, you're working 20 hours a week. You're making $300 a week, or they give you $75 voucher. I don't know. If they were like, we'll give you
Well,
150.
what they give you is going to be less than because either you can take $300 a week
or
after taxes, probably like fucking 200.
200. Yeah. So I would say like $150 every week you can use. It's a $150 Walmart voucher.
Actually, no, maybe they would. Maybe it would be like the same as your paycheck.
No,
Right.
because then they would they're going to lose more money by doing that.
Well, no,
Yeah.
because they give you $200
Mhm.
and you could, let's say you don't shop at Walmart,
Right.
but now they give you $200 only at Walmart.
Right. But here's what I'm saying. If they pay you a wage, $200 a week, that's their employment budget. Whereas their inventory, if I'm just giving them, they're essentially just giving me free food. It's not like they're giving me $200 and I spend it there again. They're giving me store credit,
Yeah, so I
which
guess
just
it would have
means
to be
their shit's
cheaper.
going away. So they're losing money by giving me like a store credit.
Yeah, so $150.
So yeah, so either I make $300 a week before tax, or tax-free $150 voucher for groceries, toiletries, and drinks. Well, groceries and toiletries.
Yeah.
That's
It's not bad because then
not a bad deal.
It's like $150 a week. I mean, who's
That's a lot of money.
I mean, I guess.
But that's the thing is, if it doesn't roll over, you have to spend it every week.
That's easy.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I could do it. I'm just saying,
Because like one, you could stock up.
I'm stocked up on toilet
can't
paper
stock-
for life.
Yeah, you can't stock up on food per se, like unless you're getting like canned goods.
Right.
But if you wanna
I don't go shopping every week. I'd be stocked forever.
yeah, that's a lot of money. So it might not be that much that they give you, but
Yeah.
because you could easily like 1 week you could easily just get a bunch of toilet paper
Mm-hmm.
and you'll be good. And then like I don't know, then you like, oh, I want
I'd have
this
one of those
food,
like
this
really
food.
fancy pantries where it's just like shelves of
Oh, it's like all
Shit.
neatly
yeah.
labels spaced out.
And I'm not buying off-brand shit anymore. I'm not buying that Walmart brand. I'm buying like the nice shit.
I mean, Walmart, it's like you're at Walmart.
Yeah.
So like,
But I'm not buying like great value paper towels. I'm buying Bounty.
oh, they do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now the same question stands for a restaurant, right? Like they give you, let's do this scenario, right? They give you every week. It's hard to say exactly because food is so different than just a grocery store.
Yeah. And
how about every
First
shift
of all-
shift you work, you can spend up to $75 on food.
that's too much.
I was thinking a fancy restaurant. Okay, you're spending up to $40 on food every shift, or they pay you $70 per shift. 75 to make it easy. You're
Let's
working
just make it 150.
150. Okay, yeah. So
No,
they
like
give
you
you
make 100 a week,
Yeah.
or you get $50.
yes, I got what you meant. 150.
Gotcha.
I don't
And
know.
obviously that has to be a side because like there's no way like yeah, food obviously you need, but it's like I need money.
Yeah, like can't pay rent
Like that literally has to be you have to work an 8-hour job, a full-time job,
and then work this part-time job.
and then work this part-time job. So like me
And your full-time job money is strictly for, well, it's not strictly for anything. It's for everything that's outside of food.
Yeah.
I spend most of my money on food, so I think I'd be doing all right. I'd have no social life.
right. Yeah, because well, I mean you still get the weekends.
But also, if we're working a part-time restaurant and you only get this food when you're working that shift, that means only 3 to 4 days a week you're getting food. Now, if you do what you said earlier of you work like, let's say you do every other day you work. And then the beginning of your shift, you eat a meal. And then at the end of your shift, you take a meal home. So then you have food for the next day, your day off.
Yeah, you need something.
But then you're only eating once a day. Well, that's not necessarily true, depending on how well you
First of
spend
all,
that $50.
You're saving money. So it's not like you're gonna have no food.
Yeah, I suppose I could go buy food.
Because what this is going on is that you're now saving money on some meals.
Yeah. So you can
And then
spend money
you-
on other meals.
Right. So it's like, okay, I have fucking lunch and meat. Like you make sandwiches at home
Yeah.
and
Cold
then
cuts.
you eat the good shit at work.
Yeah.
And then
I could get on board with this.
like eat peanut butter sandwiches and fucking subs at home and cereal.
I could be on board. Again, I'm a big free food guy. I could be convinced to do almost anything for it.
Yeah, I would take. Yeah. I think I would take some free food because it was not. I mean, when we worked at the restaurant, we got
Oh
free food.
God.
It
Give me
was
some Spetzel any day.
like, yeah, I got Spetzel. Where did I get? Oh, when with the fucking Hofbrauhaus.
Yeah.
There's Spetzel. Trash.
Trash.
Fuck you, Hofbrauhaus, because I went to this little rinky-dink German restaurant that we used to work at.
Hmm.
Best Spetzel I've ever had.
Amazing Spetzel.
And then I had it there, and it was just like, the fuck.
Disappointing.
Oh.
I've got one other thing to bring up to you. totally off the topic of food and work. But I wasn't reading anything. This thought came to my head. I was reading something when I had the thought, but it has nothing to do with what I was reading. It kind of has to do with what we talked about last week. How about you were talking about dat ass?
Yeah.
Have you ever been called hot by a person? It doesn't have to be female.
Yeah, only my guy friends.
I don't know.
I would say only Ben.
I don't think Shannon or any previous girlfriend has ever called me hot.
Yeah.
How does Ben go about doing it?
I would say Ben might have done it like a couple times. He'd be like, he'd be like, "You're a hot guy, Dave."
Okay, he goes straight for the kill, the hot guy,
something like that.
I was trying to think of ways, different ways. Not that I'm out here calling girls hot. I don't even call Shannon hot. I think I called her hot the other day, and it just like felt weird coming out of my mouth. So I want to come up with other ways, or just brainstorm other ways to tell somebody that they're hot without saying, "Hey, you're hot."
Does it have to be equivalent to hot? Because usually girls like to be called beautiful before hot.
Fair, yeah. But without saying the basic words hot, beautiful, sexy, gorgeous, like what are some?
I got you.
Yeah. But like, would you say that to a girl? That's the thing. Is like you have to be comfortable enough to say it. You're like, would you walk up to a girl just like lean against the bar and go, "Damn," just grunt?
Yeah. I just went, "Damn, how you doing?" I mean, if I'm trying to go,
because I have zero. Again, let's say I was single, right? I have no confidence.
Yeah, no, my game is
non-existent. I'm on the bench.
My game is the New York Jets.
So I got like the first thing comes to mind is just wow. Like,
this quick side note. So I was in Cortland this past weekend.
Yeah.
And we were at the bars. And then we had gotten food, and we all had leftovers, and these two girls were walking in their car, and one girl goes, "I'll give you $1 if I can get a bite of that." And I go, "Bite of what?" And I and they just fucking laugh and get in their car, and they're like, "What'd they say?" And I go, "Oh, they just said that they would give us $1 for a bite of that." And I just said that, and then I just kept walking.
That's fucking hilarious. I thought you were going to be like, only if I can get a bite of that. That ass.
But what were you saying?
I was saying,
game is shit. Yeah, I wouldn't go up to a girl.
Right, but if you had to.
If I was, they're like, "Yo, odds. Let's go back to fucking 2017 or whatever.
What are the odds?
And I'm like,
which we're gonna properly, for those of you listening, we're gonna properly explain the rules to what are the odds after this conversation.
Yeah. What, they don't know?
People fucking change those rules. We are giving you the solid rules after this conversation that we're having.
Okay. Well, if Joe says it and I agree with it, then I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Because this is just our opinion. I'm guessing. I mean, as far as I know, the way I would explain it is the right way, but
we're just going to give a solid explanation. So that way, anybody ever needs to play the game of odds, now they can just pull up our podcast and be like, "Oh, that's how it's played."
Right.
Yeah.
There's only like 2 stipulations that happen.
It's not a very complicated game, but people change it everywhere I've gone.
It's like, okay, but anyways, yeah, they were like, "Yo, what are the odds?" And I'd be like, "Yo, 1 out of 30."
Right.
And we match, right?
Right.
I'll be like, "Fuck." So I have to go up to this chick.
And you have to tell her she's attractive without using any of the words that naturally somebody would say to an attractive woman or person.
Oh, well, that's dumb. Oh, wait. Okay, so
Like, you can't go up and be like, excuse me, you are so attractive, beautiful, hot, gorgeous, sexy, fucking delicious. Like, yeah, I would use, you could use, if you wanted to go tell a girl she's delicious looking, go right ahead.
So, like what? I just be like, you're looking like a fire right now. Like what? You're looking, okay, here we go. You're looking like a fucking, I wouldn't say fucking, but
Yeah. For the sake of this conversation, you are.
If I had to go so out of the way to not
Mhm.
say any of those words, I'd say, I'm going to describe like,
You're going to use pickup lines.
oh, I was going to be like, you look like a Sunday morning fucking sunrise. I don't know.
Sunday morning sunrise. That's
I
good.
was trying to, I literally was like, okay, there's like, I could be like, all right,
You're a church
you-
girl.
I was like, you look like a fucking sunset. And then I was gonna be like, all right, I could go like, you look like an October fucking sky, fucking leaves falling, some bullshit like that, you know?
Truly beautiful.
Yeah. See, you got it. I was going for the more beautiful part.
Yeah.
Or like majestic
Oh,
looking.
yeah. Majestic looking. You are not majestic, but you are majestic looking.
If I had to go pickup line, I mean, there's no way to call a girl something without saying that she is. Unless
Not necessarily. Like, if you were trying to call a girl hot, right? And you're trying to use a pickup line, you got to be like,
you're a fine apple.
no.
If you were an apple or if you were fruit, you'd be a fine apple. Just saying.
It'd be like, I'm trying to incorporate like the sun, right? But I don't want to call this girl fat because I don't want to be like,
And you looking like the sun right now, girl.
yeah, like,
Because you're fucking huge.
orbit around dead ass.
You make me cringe.
Oh god, I make myself cringe. I'm trying not to say the sun. But like, you know, what
This
are
is
things that are
why-
hot?
This is
Are you
why
you're looking like a grill right now?
man, you're looking like I would burn myself on that grit. Wait. First of all, this is why I don't have a girlfriend.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that's the reason you don't have a girlfriend.
Well, no, but like I'm making like one.
No moves are being made.
Yeah, no moves are being made to make it happen because I don't want to make it happen. But you know, low key could make it happen.
Yeah.
No, I mean I couldn't make it happen. But low key.
What if you're like, I'm sweating? No.
And I'm a hot boy because I'm sweating right now
Yeah.
because you're making me sweat because you're you.
She'll just be like, "Are you nervous?" Or she goes,
Yes.
"Yeah, it's a little warm in here, right?"
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a little yeah, it's a little warm here. Thanks. Thanks. You got the temperature? It's yeah. Oof.
Oh, you could be like, "Do you have COVID?" Because it looks like you're running a fever. Hot. Pants on the ground instantly. Hers, not mine.
Yeah, if your pants on the ground immediately, you are a rapist.
Yeah, that's a lawsuit right there.
Dude, let me tell you this. If a girl was on a bar or was at a bar and she like fell down and her fucking skirt came up, it's like, oh my God, shit, what the fuck? If a dude's pants came down, it's like,
Call the cops.
yeah, it's like, yo, dude, you did that on purpose.
Yeah. Can't just be whipping your dick out on the ground.
Well, I guess technically, if a guy's pants came down, as long as he had underwear on, he's
Yeah, as long as he's not free balling it.
because if a girl's skirt comes up, hopefully she would have underwear on, and then she's still fine. It's just like a little like, whoa.
Yeah, a little more revealing. Their underwear versus our underwear.
Yes. So I guess it would still be fine, but Guys, keep your pants up. Okay.
How would you like a girl to come up to you and tell you that you're hot?
I would be so caught off guard. That I still wouldn't.
Like if a girl came up, dropped a fire pickup line on you, fire pun intended, because fires are hot.
Yeah.
How what would you want her to say?
I don't know what I would want her to say, but after the fact that she said it, let's just say in some way she said, "Wow, you're good looking."
Mm-hmm.
Bottom line, and I'd be like, "Now, unfortunately, if she wasn't so good looking, I may or may not have to lie my way out of the situation."
Oh, you got to figure out your way to entertain this until you can find a good getaway.
Well, I just be like, I have got a gal right away. Like I'm not single. Sorry.
You're gonna pull. I got a girlfriend line.
First of all, I'd be like, "Oh, thanks so much," but I'm taken. Well, actually, I would just say thanks so much. That's it. But anyway,
and then just try and cut the conversation off.
Yeah, and then she was still there. I'd be like, okay, she didn't get my fucking left hook, so let's hit it with the uppercut.
That's breaking to her heart.
I'm taken.
Yeah. Now, what if she's like?
But if she's like, I don't care. I'd be like, okay, well, have fun talking to yourself, because
then you got to be like, yeah, well, you could do that. Just be like, sorry, I'm out. Or you hit her with the fucking knockout, and you're like, I'm taken by a guy.
I'm gay. Okay.
I'm so gay.
No,
actually, I'm so turned off by just the look of you right now because of how gay I am.
Okay, but anyways, no. Girl comes out, she says some way I'm attractive, good looking, whatever.
Right.
I'd say thank you. And I guess if we're at a bar, I would just say, can I buy you a drink? The classic, just, would you like me to buy you a drink? Or can I buy you a drink?
Yeah. Let me buy you a drink.
Yeah. T-Pain. She'd be like this. I'd be like, well, I'm T-Pain. Can I buy you a drink?
Oh.
And then, yeah. And then that's all I would be able to do. Because she'd probably try to have a conversation. I'd be like,
now, what if she comes up to you, she goes, excuse me, sir, you are fucking fine. And you go, hey, let me buy you a drink. She goes, no, let me buy you a drink.
I'd be like, oh shit.
Pants on the ground instantly. Yours, not hers.
This is exactly what I would do. If she said that, she's like, no, let me buy you a drink. Like, oh shit. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's when you pull out the damn.
And then she buys, and she'd be like, what are you drinking? And then whatever.
Yeah.
I say. And then
that's where you got to pull out. Like, you can't be drinking something cheap in that moment. I'm not saying drop like I'm drinking, the fanciest rum or tequila or whatever they have. It's like, if you're drinking like a Bud Light in that moment, you're like, I'm drinking something fancy.
Rum and ginger ale. Simple.
That's fair.
That's what I would say, because I wouldn't be like, I'm drinking a White Claw. You're a fucking bitch.
The Claw, babe. I'm drinking the Claw.
And unless I see that she's got a White Claw in her hand, I'll just be like, just give me what you're getting.
Yeah.
Just to make it simple.
2 of those, babe.
Just 2 of those, honey. 2 of those sweets. You ever seen the video of the guy? He goes to he's trying to buy a girl a drink, and he goes, hey, what are you drinking? And she says something, I'm guessing she said something expensive. I can't remember what it was, because then he goes, what do you buy when you're paying?
So I did not see that.
I think because I only saw like once or twice, and I think I like missed what she said or whatever, because then he just like kind of throws up his hands. He's just like, what do you get when you're buying?
Yeah. Like, what can you afford?
Yeah. But yeah, I would say something just like, just get what you're getting. I'll drink it. Unless I would say, what are you drinking? If she was like, I'm drinking a beer. I'd be like,
I'm
I would
good.
I would have to stomach a beer. I'd be like, oh, I'll just take a beer.
Yeah.
Man. Or I was like, yeah, just rum and coke, just fine. Just rum and coke.
Yeah.
Simple stuff. Yeah,
That's pretty good.
but it wouldn't go down like that. I'd be like, I would chicken. Unless I was
If a
already
girl
hammered.
came up to me and was like, you are, again, I'm single. And she was like, you are so hot. Let me buy you a drink. I'd be like,
Me?
be like, yeah, okay.
Dude, you know? Okay, that's fine. You know how nervous I was when I was in Daytona and I was buying that one girl a drink. You remember that story?
The girl who made out with you? Oh, sorry, that was a different story entirely. The girl
Yeah.
who you bailed on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that girl.
Yeah.
I was like,
I hope one day that girl stumbles upon you know her name?
Erica.
I hope one day Erica stumbles upon this podcast and was like, wait a second. I know that guy.
Heck,
I was flirting so much with him at the bar, and then he just left with his friends.
yeah. I was like,
No.
see you later.
She was about to slob your knob, and you were like, the boys are
Yeah.
calling.
Yeah, they were like, and she was like, you could go if you need. And I was like, yeah, because I'm a fucking asshole. I guess I'll go.
Yeah. Damn.
Fucking stupid ass.
Sucks, dude.
Yeah, but like I literally was so like any given moment, I probably could have shit my pants.
Oh, yeah.
One wrong step. Like
Poop.
I was standing, legs locked.
Yeah.
and
You
I
just
was
doing
like,
the
yeah.
good music.
Yeah. Good tune.
Yeah.
You like sports? I didn't say that, but
I haven't heard this song before, but it's got a good beat.
yeah. They got the good got good rhythm.
Yeah.
Acoustics are nice in this part of the bar. Yeah.
I thought you said poo sticks.
Acoustics.
What are you talking about right now?
Yeah, but I was nervous.
I believe that. Believe that.
Violently nervous where if I was just like, okay, I can't move. And then
Yeah.
we finally
Like if you coughed or like cleared your
Yeah.
throat, you were gonna.
I could have vomited on her.
Yeah.
Or I could have shit my pants.
Yeah.
And it probably
She was out there
wouldn't-
looking like the sun.
Yeah. You're looking like the sun right now. You know that? What? Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean.
Very
Yeah.
bright in here.
Yeah.
The lights.
Yeah, it's bright. You're glowing. I see you can say glowing.
Glowing. That's good. I feel like that's what you tell pregnant women, though. Oh, you're
Yeah.
glowing right now.
Yeah. And then she could be like, call me pregnant. You can say
Yeah.
I'm fat.
If you're saying I'm fat, you bitch. Then you have a drink thrown on your face.
Yeah, it's like, fuck you.
Yeah. If a girl ever threw a drink at me, now I've been the guy who's been in the background of a thrown drink. Like
Somebody get a drink
when I
thrown
was
in
in
your
college,
face?
you know, drinks were thrown, and I was like standing behind the guy getting the drink thrown, and I was like, "Fuck, bitch!" But there was one time I was out. I went about on a frat party with my friends, and we're walking through. It's crowded. We're in the basement, you know, and and we're like shimmying through people, right?
Yeah.
Trying to get to the open area where the beer pong's happening, shimmying through, and my friend like bumps a guy or I think he bumps a girl, and she just turned around and was like, "Whoa, chill, bitch," and she threw his drink onto him. She just like smashed his drink, and the beer went flying everywhere. And you know it's frat house beer, so it's like Busch Light,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, ugh, bitch. Like, it's just like, you don't need to do that. You're in a crowded place. Expect to get bumped by somebody's elbow or somebody's ass.
Yeah. Somebody.
Yeah.
Just somebody.
Like, you're going to have a guy rubbing up against you just in passing. If the guy's grabbing your ass, throw your drink on him. But if he's just walking past you and grazes your shoulder, you don't need to splash him and his 15 friends.
Maybe it was just so aggressive she couldn't believe on how aggressive it was.
Maybe.
It was just like, there's no way that was on purpose, on accident.
Yeah, perhaps. There was also another time, now that I'm talking about college and we're talking about girls at a bar, that my friend was trying to dance and sequentially take home said female. And she had a not as attractive friend. This friend, for lack of a better term, was ugly. And, you know, she was like that. She was like, she wasn't ugly, right? Like, I'm sure now she's probably found a nice guy in her life. Not that ugly people can't find nice guys either, but canceled. Regardless, he could not get alone time with the lady that he was trying to woo. And so he came up to us and was like, boys, I need your help. I need someone to take one for the team and distract the friend. And so we all look over and we go, no. And like, none of us were drunk enough for that. And this makes me sound terrible, but she really just was not that attractive.
Makes all guys sound terrible.
It really does. But so we were like, he was like, guys, like, come on, really trying to make it work with this girl. And we're like, all right, fine. So my one friend was in a relationship, wasn't going to be him. My other friend, just wasn't, he just was like, I'm not fucking doing it. And I was like, okay, fine. I'll take the ugly one because I know I can pull the ugly bitch. So he pulls me over, introduces me to the girl that he's dancing with. And he goes, Joe, don't know her fucking name. This is Sharon. And I go, hi, Sharon. Nice to meet you. It's loud. I'm Joe. And she goes, hey, Joe, blah, blah, blah. She was a sweet girl. I hope she was smart because she's not good looking. And so I go, do you want to dance? And she goes, oh my God, yeah. So we go over, we start dancing, and you know, it's like, and we like go grab a drink. I buy her a drink because I'm a nice guy. I'm trying to keep her away from the friend who my friend is now trying to badonk. And go back on the dance floor. We're drinking. She pins me up against a wall and just starts, I don't know if I've ever told this story before. My friends from college know this story, making out with me. And I'm just like,
she was stronger than you.
Oh yeah. She was bigger. She wasn't fat, but like she was a bigger girl. And so she like gets me up against the wall. You know, I'm frail. Gets me up against the wall, and I'm just like, fuck, you know, whatever. I'm drunk. I'm not going to care about this tomorrow. I don't give a fuck. It's not like I'm taking this girl home. We're making out, and then we're dancing some more.
She's shorter than you?
Yeah. And so then we're like getting ready to leave, and she's like attached to me now, right? Like I can't get rid of this bitch. I'm probably the only guy she's ever kissed in her entire life.
Oh my God, Joe.
Can't get rid of her. We all get on the bus to go back to the dorms. Now, we happen to live at dorms right next to each other. So, like, they were in one, and I was in the next building. And so we all go into our dorm where me and all the guys are staying. And this girl's still with me. I thought for sure she was going back to her room in the separate building. But then we get off the bus, and she is walking right next to me because her friend is still with my friend. And I'm like, fuck. And, like, they're going back to his room. And so I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do here. I'm not bringing her back to my room. And we're not all going back to his room because they're about to
fucking ran away.
Yeah. So I didn't run away. So we go, what we have to do when we're signing in a guest after a certain hour, we have to like take them to the front desk and sign in our fucking bullshit. And then we go our separate ways or go, you know, up to the room. And so the way our lobby works is you walk in, the front desk was the check-in desk was on the right side. You take a left to the check-in. And then there were two elevators. You can keep going to the left, or you can go to the right to the other set of elevators. Well, I lived on the right side of the building, so I would go to the right after checking in. My friends all lived on the left side of the building. So we walked in, my friend signs in her friend, and then I go to the desk and I sign this bitch in. And they are like waiting there, and then they walk to the left side as I instinctively go to the right side. And this girl is paying more attention to her friend than me. Thank God. She follows them to the left. And I take a sneaky getaway to the right. So I
Alright.
fucking to the elevators. Ding! Immediately there, thank God, because I'm pretty sure she started coming back. I don't know for sure because I did not turn my. I saw her go left, and I go, I'm out.
Yeah.
And I go up to the second floor. She had no idea what floor I lived on. I go up to the second floor. I go in my room, close the door. I look at my roommate, who my roommate at the time I did not speak to ever. He never left the room. He smelled very bad. And he always wore the same hoodie. And he ate Skittles a lot. I look at him. I go, do not open this door for anybody. Understand? He goes, he's like playing video games on his laptop. He goes like, okay. And I get in bed. 5 minutes later, knocking on the door. And I'm like, I look over, I'm like, oh, don't fucking open that door for anybody. And I had to believe that it was that girl, because I'm guessing what happened is she got into the elevator with them. She goes, oh, where's Joe? And they go, oh, he lives on the second floor, whereas they lived on like the fucking 7th floor.
Yeah.
And so she got off at floor 2, and they were like, yeah, he's room 201. Fucking rat bastard friends, by the way, for ratting me out.
Why would they do that? Dude's trying to be with the other girl.
Yeah, I think because they saw me making out, they were like, "Oh, Joe's into this girl," but I wasn't, and I couldn't tell them. I mean, they had to have known. I said no initially. Regardless, she came to our room. They all thought the next morning that I had hooked up with that girl, and I go, "Oh no, here's what happened." I told them that story, and they were like, "That is fucking amazing." So I don't know what happened to that bitch afterwards. I'm guessing she just left and went back to her dorm, because I don't know that she knew what room they were in. So she probably just fucking bailed, and I'm a shitty person, but I was not going to bring this bitch back to my room and have to spend the night with her in a extra large, or in a long twin bed.
Yeah.
But
Gotta get the good night rest, you know?
Yeah, dodge that bullet big time.
We're in college. You got to do schoolwork the next day. You know?
Yep. Yeah, I have plans.
Yeah.
It was a great. I felt like an absolute legend that night for being able to avoid that situation, because she was 100%. If she had not taken that left turn, she was coming back to my room.
Yeah, and you wouldn't have done anything there. You would have been like, I guess she's coming with me.
Yeah.
You would have been like,
I would have been like, hey, I live on, or I would have been like, I'm terrified of elevators. I'm going to take the stairs. Go ahead, take the elevator though.
I live on the 6th floor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take the
605, baby, 605.
Yeah, 605. If nobody answers, then I'm probably still walking up. But just keep
knocking.
Just wait. Yeah, keep knocking, keep waiting, you know.
Yeah, it was I'm a bad guy, and if she ever finds this podcast, I'm sorry, but also not sorry.
Sorry, but not sorry.
Yeah. I felt so proud of myself that night when I woke up the next morning with a good night's rest, no bitch next to me in bed. I was like, that's how life is meant to be.
That's how I do it.
Whoa! I can't believe I've never told that story on here before.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
I've told that story so many times to my friends from college, because like it's not like to the same group, but like anytime somebody like new is like reminded of this night, they go, yeah, and Joe hooked up with that fat bitch. And I go, no, I didn't. I avoided her narrowly, I might add.
There was something. Okay, so you went. What were we talking about before this?
Girls coming up to you at the.
It was coming up to the bar, and then you were like, "Oh, side note." And she.
Yeah.
Definitely don't know, because I think I was going to say something about the girl coming up to the bar, but I had like, sort of similar situation where, when I told you that Darien Lake story, the girl
making out with you?
Yeah, she turned around and started macking on me.
You're like caught off guard, like when this girl pinned me against the wall.
Joe likes to be dominated.
Oh God.
Yeah, but what were you? Probably fucking 120.
I couldn't have been any more. I couldn't have been any more than 140. I was in college. I was barely eating because I was so, broke, and the dining hall was only open 6 hours a day.
Pinning a piece of paper against the wall.
Yeah, it took no effort.
Yeah.
The girl probably weighed an easy 180. Let's go 180.
Jesus.
Maybe not that bad. She was like 5'4".
Every time we talk about me and my one friend, we often do. There's something in my eye. We talk about like going somewhere. Like when I first brought up like possibly going to Nashville with, by the way, all booked, going to Nashie.
Nice.
But he's like, yeah, so he's like, so it's when I first brought it up, he was like, oh, so just me and you, we can be booling in Nashville, getting turned down by the cowgirls down there. And I said, yes, sir.
Those what a Broadway? Is that the name of the
Broadway
street?
girls?
Yeah, Broadway girls.
Leave them Broadway girls alone.
Yeah.
And then
Probably good advice.
honestly, they're all too fucking rude, probably.
Yeah.
Too hot for me, and like, you fucking ugly piece of shit. Fuck. I need a 6 foot fucking burly
Yoked guy.
Yeah, burly dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you know, that's what I was gonna say. Okay, after this, also when I said, when I was in Cortland, I said something about, oh yeah, we can get rejected by the those girls. He goes, yeah, you get used to it. I go, okay. My story of my life.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say about the girl coming up to me is if I had any dance skills, like actual like dance skills, not my fucking shower dance skills.
Yeah. My dance in the shower, fire.
Dude, I am a fucking pro at
Yeah.
dancing. Okay?
Absolutely.
In the shower, I'm like, man, I could throw down some.
I could take this to the floor.
Yeah. But realize actually,
the second there's not water pouring on me, I can't dance.
It's like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah. They got to start opening up the roof of every bar so it can rain in there, and I'll be like, oh.
Yeah, they just got to put shower heads everywhere.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
And I'm like, I know.
Yeah, now I know how to move. Nice little warm water on me.
All
of a sudden, I'm sliding across the dance floor.
But like those videos of like, you ever seen the cowboy?
Yeah, like not square dancing, but like
but like something like that. If I could do that shit,
it's pretty sick. Where they like flip her over and fucking slide her between his legs.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't go that far. I just need a simple like, because like, don't they just say like, okay, because this is always in like movies or something.
Mm-hmm.
The guy will just be like, boom, grab the girl, and then somehow they both know.
You strain yourself grabbing that girl?
I had a burp.
Oh.
Grab the girl, and then all of a sudden, like,
they both know the dance.
Yeah, they both know the dance. It's like, okay, that's not how it works.
Well, that's convenient if the cha-cha slide comes on, Dave.
Yeah.
Be like,
So
hey, yo, 5 steps to the left now.
Yeah. It's like, could you actually lead that well to just, because like evidently what I've seen is like, you just have to know where the hand is. You just got to keep the hand.
Yeah, if you keep the hand, you can move that bitty around any way you want.
Yeah. So if I knew that, that's what I would do.
The trick is keep finger contact,
Yeah, you just gotta
Yeah.
It's like it comes this far, but then you just go like, oh.
Yeah. You can spin a girl all the live long day. All you gotta do is be able to spin her, pull her back in, spin her again, pull her back in, do the roundabout under your arm.
Do a little tip.
Yep.
Little dip. Slide
and then
to
she
the left.
spins you.
Yeah.
And you're good.
And then we do
you just do that over and over again. Yeah, do one of those things.
Yeah, you know what I was talking about.
Yeah. Behind the back cross arm slide.
That's something. That's
do a couple and just do that over and over for the next 2.5 minutes, and the song's over, and everyone's like, "What?
Oh, you guys are good."
And then she's in love with you because ladies love a man that can dance.
Ain't they the truth?
Yeah, singing is one thing.
Singing and dancing is another thing.
Yeah,
Dancing.
You dance?
You know how to throw down. You know how to move them legs.
Yeah.
Motion with the ocean. Ocean
That's
of the ocean.
good. Ladies love country boys.
Country boy, I love you.
With that being said, the rules to What Are the Odds?
Oh yes.
The game. So it's a very simple rule set, right? Like Dave said, there's very, very few stipulations. Many people will do, if you don't want to do something, you pick the highest number possible, right? So like for the basics of those of you who've never played What Are the Odds? I would say, Dave, what are the odds that you go and you lick my toe, my big toe?
One out
Something
of 100.
crazy. And right, say Dave doesn't want to do it, he'd go 1 out of 100. So what we did we implement this rule, Dave, to avoid capping it, or we put a cap on it?
Like cap on the highest number you can go.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. Probably something like can't go higher than 100.
I thought it was 50.
Don't remember that. See?
Well, so there we go. That's how you implement the rules. We put a cap of 50. You cannot go any higher because some people go like, 1 in a fucking 1,000.
No, you don't do that. Highest is 100. Simple.
Fine. Highest is 100.
100.
Cap is 100. And the goal is for the person saying what are the odds, you have to predict what number they're going to say and match that number. So like if I said, Dave, what are the odds you lick my toe? Dave would say.
1 in 100.
And then somebody would count down 3, 2, 1. If there's not a third party, you go between one of you, 3, 2, 1, and you both say a number. So Dave, 3, 2, 1, 14.
4.
Ooh. So like if David said 14, he would have had to lick my toe.
Yeah.
Now the stipulations and the other rules. If the two numbers add up to what the number was, the other person, so like if 14 and 4 added up to 100, I would have to lick my toe.
Right.
If the numbers match
50.
Yeah, if the numbers match and they add up to the big number, we both said 50, we both have to lick my toe. And that's the rules, ladies and gentlemen.
But then also there's the
there is the rule of 2.
rule of 2 that if it's just like 1 out of 2, it's like
If the
boom.
numbers match, he has to do it. If the numbers don't match, I have to do it.
Yeah, simple as that.
Yeah. And you can only play the rule of 2 if you say 1 to 2.
Well, isn't it like, is it just that?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was like, okay, so 1 out of 2, you say 1, I say 2. The person that asked it has to do it.
Mm-hmm.
If we both say 2, I have to do it.
Yeah.
But if we both say 1, we both have to do it.
Right, because 1 and 1 equals 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's got a little.
It's a weird one. Very rarely do you do the rule of 2. Because you guarantee somebody is doing it in the rule of 2.
Right.
And that's all it takes. Now, if you really don't want to do it, but you're willing to do it if the other person does it, you always go halfway. So if you pick a number like 50, you always say 25. If you're an asshole like me. That's what I always do to Tyler. I always pick 1 to fucking 50 and then I go 25. Because I'll do it if he does it.
Right.
And that's it. That's the rule of What Are the Odds. So if you want to play, have fun. It's better than I dare you to do something because they have no choice but to do it after you've said, what are the odds?
Did you encounter a situation where somebody didn't know the rules?
Yes. When I came down here 5 years ago, people would play it down here, but they would play it so differently. There was no adding up to the number. There was no this. There was other things that we had played by back home that we didn't play by down, and there was no cap. So you gotta.
That means they just did it their way, and you were like, "No, my way is the right way."
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Joe.
Because if you don't have a cap and somebody says 1 in 1,000, it's like, what's the point of playing?
Well, then they're just fucking assholes.
Exactly. So you put a cap on it. But the number adding up thing, I think that I've played that way with several other groups. That's not just our group.
Yeah.
So that's What Are the Odds, ladies and gentlemen. Have fun, play away, be safe. Don't do
Drugs.
things that can kill you.
Drugs.
Drugs can kill.
Drug.
We were talking about I was on FaceTime last night with some of my friends, and we were talking about the DARE program. You remember that shit?
Love it.
What does DARE stand for, Dave?
Dare. DARE.
Mm-hmm. And this is how I know the DARE program didn't do a good job, because we cannot remember what DARE stands for. Everybody remembers it,
Don't
but nobody knows what DARE stands for off the top of their head.
Don't activate. No. What is it? Hold on.
Don't activate.
Daily affirmations. Dare.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Is it like 4 different words, or is it like a
Yes.
sentence?
No, it's like
Like, is it like don't if it was in E, don't ever rape elves, you know? Is it like that, or is it like diaphragm?
oh, it's a
Angles.
sentence. Yeah.
Okay.
You say diaphragm anals?
Angles.
Oh,
So it's a sentence.
it is a sentence, yes. And we looked it up last night. I still don't remember it.
Is
So I'm
it-
looking it up right now.
Is it don't?
No.
Okay. DARE. Diverse. That's not fucking diverse. 5th graders didn't know what the fuck that word meant.
True.
Give me the first word.
I'm looking it up. I'm pretty sure the first word is drugs. Oh, it is.
Yeah.
The first word is drug.
Drug and what could R be? Drug and rape? No.
Were they talking about rape in 5th grade, Dave?
Drug and what's R? What's R that's related to drugs? Drug and rehab. Exercise. Drug and rehab.
Drug exercise. Yep.
Drug and rehab. Examples. Is it drug and rehab?
No, it's not
Oh.
drug and rehab.
Is it drug and?
No,
I don't know.
it's drug abuse resistance education.
Drug abuse resistance
They
education.
were educating you how to resist drug abuse, because you can do drugs, but you shouldn't abuse drugs, according to this sentence. Drug abuse resistance education.
Drug abuse resistance education. Yeah, don't remember it.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, it was like what, 15 years ago? Not even, or 13 years ago.
I don't know. Yeah.
I'm supposed to know that
Education
shit.
program that seeks to prevent use of controlled drugs. So what are, controlled drugs, membership in gangs, and violent behavior? My God. What is an uncontrolled drug? And why aren't they talking about that?
Uncontrolled being.
I don't even know what a
illegal?
controlled drug is.
Legal.
Controlled drug to me sounds like, yeah, like it's a legal drug.
Yeah.
Like don't abuse
Don't abuse ibuprofen.
ibuprofen.
Don't abuse.
Right, but like
Fucking
so does that
allergy
mean
medicine.
I can abuse cocaine?
No. Because those ones
Cocaine?
are illegal.
Yeah, but like,
So you shouldn't even be near them.
oh, you shouldn't be doing them because they're illegal. So they assume you're not gonna do the illegal ones. So they go, hey, don't do the illegal ones, but don't abuse the legal ones.
Yes, precisely.
That checks out. So does that put marijuana into this program now? It
I
is a
think so.
controlled drug in some states.
I
Don't
think
abuse
so.
marijuana.
Don't green out.
Never heard that before.
You never heard that before?
No. Is that like smoking too much doobie?
Yeah, it's like you black out from drinking,
Yeah.
and then you green out. And too much green.
Too much green.
Too much kush, too much ganja, too much marijuana,
The ganj.
too much. No, I don't know any other words.
And everything else just called
Too
overdosing.
much kush. I say that.
You
already?
said kush.
Oh. Too much. Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah.
Too much. Yeah, whatever.
You got nothing else.
Yeah.
Devil's lettuce.
Devil's lettuce. Too much devil's lettuce.
Yeah.
Too much.
Nectar of the god. I think that's alcohol. Coffee is the nectar of the gods.
Too much grass. Too much.
Too much grass.
Too much grass.
Got to get the lawnmower.
Yeah. I think that's everything.
Speaking of lawnmower,
You got one?
no. I was going to say I have to shave.
Oh,
I thought of
I trimmed the other day.
Manscaped. They have the lawnmower.
Lawnmower 3000. Well,
Yeah.
Lawnmower 3.0. I mean,
And then I was thinking about my boys,
I have,
not my face. I do have to shave my face.
thank you for that information.
Yeah.
This is exactly what I wanted to hear before I'm going to eat. Well, I am going to eat soon.
Yeah, but what does my what does my hair situation have to do with that?
Because it's in my head. Be eating my fucking meatballs and I'm like, man, fuck.
Forget about my meatballs.
But do a quick synopsis of my weekend.
Yeah, hit me.
before,
I love your weekend synopses.
So,
You're always like, I did this and I drank too much and then I did this.
and then here I am, still
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah.
So we went to a party, girl's birthday party.
She hot? Sorry.
Yes, she's pretty.
She's not
Very
ugly.
Pretty. No, she's not ugly.
Did you get her number?
I've had her number for a while.
Oh,
Because we're all friends.
okay.
And so she didn't know that we were coming. Me
Okay.
and Will and I.
Yeah.
And so then they're like, "I'll just keep it quiet because we're actually just going to surprise her." All right, cool. So we get there and she sees Will. She's like, "Will, what are you doing here?" And I'm like, still like getting my stuff out of the car.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Wait, if Will's here, does that mean Dave's here?" She's like, "Dave." And I'm like, say her name. And so that's how it started. And I had my locked and loaded with my beer holster on my hip, had a drink in there, had a drink in the hand, already doubling up.
Right.
And then we go to like slap cup or tits. We go to tits. We're playing tits.
You just said tits so violently. For tits. We go to tits. Playing tits. I don't even know what the fuck that game is. I've never heard of the game of tits.
It's like slap cup,
But you get a letter?
but you get a letter.
So
So it's like a slap cup and like horse or pig.
Yeah.
So like you got to bounce it in, and if you get in your first try, you can give it to anybody who you want.
Yeah. So instead of getting out in slap cup, you just get a letter in tits.
Yeah. So it is just slap cups, but if you get out, you just get a letter.
Yeah.
So it's literally slap cup, but yeah. Oh
But
wait, no.
tits. Oh God.
Wait
I
a
regret
sec.
asking.
Okay, sorry. So there was tits where there was a bitch cup.
You say it so aggressively, dude. Just say tits. But you're like, tits.
I'm just enunciating, make
Yeah.
sure they know what I'm saying.
Tits.
Tits.
Yeah.
So there's tits, which is
Which are tits,
there's a bitch cup in the middle,
Right.
and then
That's the one filled with alcohol.
however many people are playing, and there's a circle around that one, but there's a gap between the outer circle, and the
So it looks like a tit.
areola, if you will.
Yeah. I will not, but
And so you take the ball and you have to bounce it in somebody's cup.
uh-huh.
If you make it in their cup. You and that person have to play flip cup.
Okay.
You go against each other, and then you have to play flip cup. And then you just put your
This
cup
is the
back.
game of tits.
Yeah, you just put
Sounds
your
very
cup back.
complicated.
You put your cup back, and then you fill it up with like a little bit of alcohol, and then you go on and go again. If you get it in the middle circle, the middle ring, the empty ring,
Yeah, the nipple.
everybody grabs.
Oh,
their
in the middle
cup,
circle. Sorry, yeah.
and not the middle cup, the middle circle.
Yeah.
Everybody grabs their cup, and everybody plays flip cup.
Okay.
Take it down, you flip it. Last person to flip, last person to not flip it, pretty much get it right. They get a T. And then whoever gets tits first
Is
gets
out.
the bitch cup.
Oh, gets the bitch cup.
Yeah. So you keep playing, and then whoever gets tits first plays bitch cup or gets bitch cup. Well, first of all, the first game that we played, the fucking table had a angled lip on it, so you couldn't. Like, I don't know how these people were doing it. I could not get this thing. I didn't flip it once. It just kept
Damn.
falling on the ground. So I took the bitch cup. And then they're like, oh, yeah, let's move to this different table. Oh, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
So we moved over. And then I believe we might have played tits again, or we played slap cup. So then slap cup, obviously, two people go and you have to get it in.
Yeah.
And if you get it in first while they're still going, or if you get it in, they're still going, the person to your left is still going, boom, slap their cup. You give it to the person on their left. They have to grab a new cup that has stuff in it.
Have you ever
drink it.
played stack cup?
Yeah, played.
Yeah.
We didn't play it that night, but we
Yeah.
played stack cup.
Same aspect, just minus the slapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then the cups just get taller.
Yeah.
So I had about 3 bitch cups,
Damn.
which they weren't bad. The first one I I didn't chug. They're like, you have to chug it. I'm like, listen,
Not trying to
Yeah.
die tonight.
if you guys want me to throw up, then by all means, I'll fucking chug this. But I know that if I start drinking fast, then it's not gonna end well.
Mm-hmm.
So I chugged the second bitch cup. It might have been only 2 or 3. It might have only been 2, but people said 3. So
Right.
I thought it was only 2, but they said 3. So then we played. I played beer ball at one point.
Right.
Which don't know who won. Can't remember that. I think I won. My team won.
Okay.
I played a game of beer pong. Yo, who's there?
Shannon.
Fucking get out of here.
Just being weird. I don't know.
So I played a game beer pong, lost that. Terrible. Worst game of beer pong I ever played in my life.
Right.
Played some cornhole. But I had a lot to drink fast. Anytime I had to grab like a middle cup that had stuff in it, like I would just try and I would literally, one time I grabbed a cup and I was just like I didn't just throw it out, but like
Yeah.
it was like half on my face, half not. And I was just
Yeah.
and though I remember at one point I was laying on the trampoline, then they got me, and then there's a picture of me just laying on the concrete looking like I'm dead.
Right.
Don't remember the car ride home, but then I took a story of some guy turning on his car because it was one of our friends and he had gotten a new car and had like a nice rumble to it. So I literally just took a video of it. I remember that, but then went into the bathroom and I don't know if I puked. I think I did because there's also a picture of me in my head in the bathtub.
Right. So what you're telling me is the reason you're telling this story is because there's parts of the night that you do not remember.
I remember like yeah, I don't remember I remember the whole party pretty much. Like there's obviously some stuff that I may not.
It's a little fuzzy.
It's a little fuzzy.
You certainly remember tits. That's for damn sure.
I remember tits. And I remember playing cornhole. I remember playing beer ball. I remember sitting up there were some motorcycles that I was just sitting on. Got my picture taken on one of them. So I remember like pretty much the party, but then I think me blacking out was just me asleep. honestly,
Mm.
because I remember like there's probably a chunk where I'm like, yeah, I don't remember this part at all. I don't remember the car ride home actually. So I don't remember that, but then I got out and I took the video of the car. And then in the bathroom, I remember I was in the bathroom and I know I was in the bathroom at one point, but then next thing I know, I wake up on the ground, probably I'm just still drunk.
Yeah.
And I was just like, and I take off my belt to take my holster off because that was still on me.
Yeah.
Put my buckle back up, and I see that there was nobody on the couch, and I just went right back to bed. I was just like, all right. And then I found out the next day that somebody the timing was perfect because the guy's mom, he was like, yeah, there's somebody in the bathroom. And he thought it was the upstairs bathroom. So he went up there to check, and he was the one who was on the couch. But when he went up there, I woke up, took the stuff off, and then went on the couch.
And he came back down.
He was like, what the fuck? and so then I woke up and they're like, oh, how you doing? And we were golfing at like 10 o'clock. I woke up at like 9:45 or whatever. So I was like, no. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go because why not? Like if I just stay here and sleep, I'm just going to feel bad the whole time. And like bad, like sick wise, not like, bad, oh my, I'm missing golf, whatever. So we go there and the whole, like, I'm just like, I don't want to stand
you're disgusting
up straight
all day. Yeah.
I don't want to say it is 90 degrees outside.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's hitting hard.
It is 90 degrees outside. I don't think I had anything to drink. Oh no, I had water. I had a cup of water that I took from the house, and then I got like a little refill from the guy who had a jug of water. On hole 2, I am going to I flop shot my shot onto the green, and I start walking up there, and I'm just like, oh man, I was like, I sat back. I was just like using my my club as just like a leaning thing. I was just like, I was like, I'm getting this ball in the hole if he's gonna fucking kill me.
Yeah.
Okay? So I take one more step, and I'm like, oh man, I can't move, man. I was like, fuck. I was like, can't move. And then, so I'm probably like, I don't know, 10 feet off the green, just like still trying to get up there.
Nice.
Just warm, foamy water coming out of my mouth. And I'm just like tear coming down, sweating immensely. My skin is shining.
I bet.
And I just like, it's fucking warm water. 3 times I'm watering the grass around the green. And then I'm like, man, I feel better. Walk up, play my ball, get back in. I'm feeling good for the rest of the day. Like there was a little bit, so I was like, Will was driving. He was just like going all over the place. His fault he was literally making me want to throw up the way he was driving. But feeling better. We got food later. I hadn't eaten all day. We got back and his mom grilled up some hot dogs and everything. I was like, I gotta eat something. Like, I feel better. Put ketchup on the hot dog, got bun and everything. Sat down, went up my nose, and I was like, the smell went up my nose, and I was like, nope, I do not want to eat this. And I just sat there, drank Pedialyte.
Gotta rehydrate yourself.
Somebody was like, you gonna eat that? I was like, nope, you take it. I don't want it.
Yep.
We chilled around for a few more hours. I took like a 30-minute nap. And then we went to go get food. I got some wings. 5 wings is all I got. And then we were splitting like two large pizzas, kind of. They're not large pizzas, like they're like 10-inch pizzas or whatever. I ate 4 of my wings. And it took me like the whole time that they
were eating pizza.
They're like 10 wings and they each got 5, and then each had like half pizza. I ate 3 wings. And I was like, I just can't.
Yeah.
And then later, I was finally feeling better because we went to the bars and I had 4 vodka lemonades to get a shirt, bought this hat.
Of course.
And then we went to another bar, I got another drink, and then we got I got some boneless wings after. Those were delicious.
I was at the bar the other day. I was at Kitty's and I got chicken tenders because I wasn't really feeling wings, but I was like, I want chicken. They were they tasted so undercooked. Like when I bite into a chicken tender, it's okay if there's a crunch from the breading, but if there's a crunch from the chicken, that's not right.
I hate when there's like sometimes I'll bite not from a restaurant. I've never had it from a restaurant, but like where I've made chicken fingers and I haven't cooked it all the way and it's just like tough.
Yeah.
A little tough on the inside. I'm just like
it was not good.
I'm like, I hope I don't might be shitting water later.
Yeah. I felt fine. I didn't get sick. I came home, I went to sleep. I woke up the next day, I was perfectly fine. But like, oh, they were so bad. So bad.
Yeah. And then that was and then we watched fucking Cornhole Tournaments. This thing was lit actually on TV.
Like in person? Oh.
No, like
watching
TV.
Cornhole. People are fucking incredible at Cornhole.
Dude, this we were like, if we were there having some drinks, man, we would be into this.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Because we were just kind of like, whatever. And then like the final, the men's doubles final came on. And we were like, fuck yeah, dude. This one guy who's like, he was talking some smack, and he goes, he fucking has one on the board that's like he's got to like fucking slice his last bag in to get it in. He's got to airmail that shit and just drag the other one in, hopefully.
Yeah.
He does that, and he goes, yeah, I'll give you something to clap about, boy. And I was like, okay, we wanted this guy to win. And then they were down 20-2. The team that won.
No way.
Yeah. And we watched it. It was like 0-0, and then it was like whatever, 4-2. And then once it was 4-2, it was 20. The one team just kept going up, and it was 20-2.
And they held them.
And then the amount of four baggers, the amount of cancellations that came with this game is insane.
Damn.
And then so they start coming back. He's like, I'll give you something to clap about, boy. And then they keep going.
How do you lose a 20-2 lead?
Dude, these guys were on fire.
That's insane.
And
you just need one on. Just one on. That's all you need.
Yeah, but you also need them to fucking not cancel your shit out.
Yeah. And
you can go over. So they boom, first bag in. Well, boom. They got their first bag in. All right, well, we just put our second bag on. Well, they just fucking sunk your bag and their bag. So now it's
canceled. Yeah.
Canceled. And then he said, what did he say? Oh, as they were coming up, it was like, I don't know, 2016. The dude needed to make like a good shot. The winning team, like the already ahead team, he needed to make a shot. And he messed up, and then the other guy made a good play. He was like, yeah, even something makes mistakes. He's talking smack again. He was saying like even I don't know, even if you're ahead, you still make mistakes. I don't know what he said. It was a good comeback, making them nervous, making them tremble in their boots. Came back 21 to, well, not 20. It was probably like fucking 23-20 or something. I don't know.
Crazy.
But yeah. And yeah, that was my weekend.
Mine wasn't special. I worked.
Yeah. Now I gotta fucking back to work tonight after my week.
I'm going to Hollywood Studios tonight for a late night cast member event.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Get free popcorn and free drinks the entire night.
Like alcohol?
No. Sody pop.
Hey.
Yeah. Anyways, let's do some trivia. New week.
Pick a number.
34.
Jesus Christ. 3, 6, 9. fuck is this? That's not one.
That's an ad.
27, 30, 33. Because it entered the Union in 1876, what Western U.S. state is nicknamed the Centennial State?
Centennial State.
100 years after the U.S. became.
The U.S. became.
The Centennial State.
Because it entered
I've
the
got
Union in
two
1876. Which
options.
Western U.S. state is nicknamed the Centennial State?
A Western. Oh, well, then it kind of narrows my thing.
Yeah, it does narrow it down. The Centennial State. Western. Where does the West begin and the Midwest end? Because to us, everything's a Western state.
True.
Uh,
And to London, we're all Western states.
exactly. The Centennial State, the Western state. Let's go with God, I'm not confident at all. Okay.
I'm thinking Washington.
I was also thinking that, but I said Oregon. Colorado.
That came up, but I was like, nah, it's the fucking.
I was gonna say
state.
Nevada too. Okay, what's
Fuckers.
closer?
What's close to Colorado?
Yeah. We picked states that are right fucking. I mean, Oregon's above Washington, so it's got to be you, right?
Washington is above Oregon, just so you know. But
Oh, sorry. I don't remember. So it's me.
yeah,
Fuck yeah.
ridiculous.
I don't remember the order of states. All right, I'll take the points there. Off to an early lead.
Shit.
Just for all those wondering, Sarah will be back eventually. Her new job, I'm gonna be honest, I don't like it. I'm happy for her. I'm happy she's doing the job that she loves. I'm happy she's working with people that she loves, but she's never fucking here anymore, and it fucking sucks. Not that Dave and I can't handle this, but you guys are more entertained when there's a female presence on this podcast. Maybe we should start looking into getting some guests back on.
I'm not entertained by Sarah. No, it's a shit out of me. Just saying.
She will hear this podcast.
Yeah, I hope she does.
Yeah. Anyways, Dave, where can people find you?
_Dave Chucky _ is my Instagram, and go right to the eat of the week. Is I had yeah, we'll go with the bourbon maple bacon chicken wings that I had.
Ooh.
That is what I got. Those are the chicken wings I got at Bricks in Cortland. If you ever want to go there.
Yeah.
By the way, the waitress, she was funny.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like,
well, I mean,
like
yes,
the sun.
she was the sun.
Yeah.
But no, like she came out with our drinks and she spilled. I think you got like a Blue Moon, possibly.
Yeah.
And she spilled it on the menu, and it was like laminated or whatever, so it didn't matter. But she spilled, and she's like, "Oh no, I spilled." And Tom goes, "Oh no, it's all right." She's like, "I really don't care."
Damn.
He goes, "Yeah, it wipes off, so it doesn't matter." And then she was like, "All right, whenever you're ready." Oh, wait, no, hold on. Put the straws down on the table. She's like, "Okay, now I'm ready." And then we order our food. She comes back out. She's like, "So sorry, but I just said like goodbye to these two women." And then I was like, "Wait, she's talking to me." She's like, "I only have wings down for you. Is that all you wanted?" And I was like, "Yeah." It's like, "Okay, I just want to come out here pizzaless if you wanted." And then when while she was taking an order, she goes, "So the 3 orders of wings." And after each one, she asked blue cheese or ranch. So like, I'm going to get 10 of these wings. All right, blue cheese or ranch. Blue cheese. You got it. That's what she would say.
You got it.
And then I said, my order. She's like, blue cheese ranch. Blue cheese. You got it. And I'm like, Why do you gotta say it like that?
Yeah.
Like okay. But and I heard her. She went to there was like two tables away from us.
That was her line. You got it.
They asked, and I heard her go blue cheese or ranch. Blue cheese. You got it. And I'm like, what the fuck?
You're like, yeah, I better get it.
Oh my god, it was too funny. But yeah, bourbon maple bacon, chicken wings, and that's it.
Nice. You can follow me on my photography Instagram, Sharky_photography. My regular Instagram, Secret Agent Sharky. My YouTube channel is Joe Sharky. My eat of the week is a tough one because I don't remember what I had to eat this week. It's not the chicken tenders that I had from Kitty's, which I was very disappointed in.
No, it ain't.
Oh, I fucking know. When Shannon and I went on our date, I was gonna say the brunch. I had a breakfast croissant. And it's a whole omelet with bacon and ham is what I got in my omelet on a croissant. And it's a big croissant too. It was like fucking that big.
Oh yeah.
And a whole omelet on there. I was like, God damn, this is good. But then we went to the brewery for dinner and we got pretzel bites, chips and salsa, and she got something else that I didn't have. But what did I like better? I'm going to say both of them. The chips and salsa and the pretzel bites were phenomenal. The salsa was, and the pretzel's real good with a nice beer cheese dip. It's good.
That's you of the week.
Pretzel bites and nachos. Yeah.
No, lame.
Okay, then fine. It's the breakfast croissant.
Yeah, that's
real
a
good
meal.
Really good. And I had a cappuccino with it. It was it's a place called the French Cafe, so
yeah,
fancy. So I got a cappuccino, a lot of foam on top of that puppy. Real tasty.
Cappuccino, the French.
As for the podcast, you can follow us on TikTok at the Shuffle. Sorry, Twitter at CSG Pod. That is CSG POD. Follow us on TikTok at the Shuffle Podcast, where we post our clips from the podcast. And subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all at the Shuffle Podcast. Dave, take it away.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. And make sure you click that bell, smash that like button. And that's all, folks.
Isn't that from Looney Tunes?
Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.